If you enjoy this video, you can find more like this at the podcast it was taken from over at patreon.com/as always, along with a back catalogue of well over 30 more podcasts, along with plenty of other content and access to many other rewards for just a single $1, or maybe more if you're nice. Which helps support us as well as netting you some awesome shit. We talk about video games, movies, TV, comics, music, politics, and everything in between while having a good laugh. Come and join us, you won't regret it.
Let's get into the topics, eh?
Let's do it. Okay.
We got a bunch of them.
First one we got here is from Yazen, who said, let's say AC Origins never happened. What? Oh, fucking, okay. How would your new AC game look like? Story and characters.
If it never happened.
Well, what do you mean? Like, what do we expect would have happened, or what do
we
we want?
Egypt, if we made it, well, I would have had Egypt again.
Yeah,
Egypt was the right setting at the right time. I would have had more of a focus on temples, temple stuff. I would have had,
social stuff.
Yeah, I would have told more of the origin story. It would have been more of a focus on the building of the assassins and less on a personal story, I guess. But I would have liked to. Honestly, I like Bayek as a character. I would have still liked to have a character like him.
Yeah, I think the story should have been longer. I think you'd need, like, the assassins can't just be developed really sort of flippantly at the end and Bayek going, oh, we've developed a creed, but they don't have a creed. There isn't a creed. He's just saying it. I don't think he knows what the fucking word means. And that it sort of would have to be maybe like 50 to 75% of the way through the game, you develop the Brotherhood, and then over the rest of the game, he develops things, and then they have their creed. They can come up with, you know, some tenets or whatever. Like, I don't know, it felt so, I don't know what the word is, just, it felt like a superficial Assassin's Creed game. Like, they really just sort of skimmed over everything. They were too scared to go deep into any of it, and it was like, you need to kind of commit to it if you're gonna, you know.
Yeah, if you're gonna do this. Yeah, I don't know, man. Don't really care.
Yeah, neither do I. Oh god.
Alright.
Right, what we got next? Oh, is it another fucking Assassin's Creed one? Great. This is our fault. We did this to ourselves.
Yeah, okay. It's from Vince the Fox Gaming. What new direction could the new character Layla take us in? Could it intertwine the modern day story in the AC movie with the modern day in the games? Oh god, I hope not.
I hope so.
Not.
I want them to fully fuck it.
With Layla, I don't know. They've set up a lot with this whole time travel simulation, altering reality stuff that they seem to want to do. They seem to be going in a real Matrix sort of shit direction, and I don't think I like it.
Shit direction.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be very good. Mainly because they've proven time and time and time and time again that they cannot fulfill any sort of storyline they ever set up in the modern day. They have not successfully finished a single storyline they've ever started in the history of this fucking franchise. Ever. Not one. Not Desmond. Not anything. They have not been able to fulfill a single storyline in the history of a 10-game franchise. Ever.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
So not only do I not care, there's almost, based on history, there is 100% likelihood that there will be no direction this new character Layla takes us. So it doesn't matter. That's my answer to that question.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vince the Fox Gaming.
What they do, and I think a lot of people are falling into this trap, is I think they like to act like there's a direction, or like sort of show there's a direction. It's like, oh look, we can kind of go in this way, look at all these secret things, and like, oh, this is a thing. But they don't fucking know what they're doing. They're not going to take it anywhere, and I don't think they're even trying to tell a story. It's just they want the hardcore fans to believe that they're going in a direction, so they buy the next game. They don't fucking care about this modern day shit. Like, that was Patrice's shit. If Ubisoft had their way, there'd be no modern day in the games, I think. Because
it should be, because they've never ever done it successfully ever. They've never finished a modern day storyline they've ever started ever. Ever.
The only good modern day games were the ones that Patrice were behind, because you knew he had a direction, you knew he had a beginning and an end. You're
100% right, but they didn't end it. Like, their ending was a setup to another story that they gave up on and put in a fucking comic book. They have never ever, and they call it ending. They're like, no, we finished Desmond's. No, they would tell you, like, if you ask Ubisoft, you don't finish the storyline. They're like, no, we finished Desmond's story. No, you didn't. His storyline didn't end, you connected it to a new storyline, and then you didn't finish that, and you put it in a comic book.
Oh,
That's Desmond's
God.
legacy. They have never once finished a fucking... I've never put this in my head until I've said it right now. They have never once ever finished a storyline they've ever started in the history of Assassin's Creed Modern Day. Ever. Not once, not ever.
I mean,
even the movie that is in a fucking abortion done in a bathroom of a cheap New York motel, they have never finished what they started.
I mean, the only time they've ever finished any story, actually, to be honest, was with Ezio. Even with Ancestors, they never finished stories. I guess Altair in a way, but like Connor was left open, Arno was left open, Edward was left open. It's like we know what happened to them, but like I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they do. It's like they tell they skim the top of like a story, and then they throw it in comics.
Why are our channels about these games?
Because we fucking loved them. Because they were so good. I loved Assassin's Creed. I'm so upset. Oh, why have they done this? I think it really has gotten to a point where even though Origins was so good, it's just I don't know. It's not good enough to be a fan of the franchise. Because there's so many more things that make up a good Assassin's Creed game. And although Origins was a fun game, and I'll stand by how good of a game it was, it's not worth me being like, oh, I'm a fan of Assassin's Creed, because I'm really not a fan of Assassin's Creed. I like that one game, I like Black Flag, and I like AC1 to Revelation. Overall, the franchise, in terms of movies, comics, and most of the games, it's all fucking garbage. Like, it's not even a good universe. It's not cohesive. It's a fucking mess. And it's boring. It's a boring fucking mess.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'd forgive it because like God of War, some of the lore I don't understand. I don't understand a lot of how it works, but I don't care because it's fucking awesome. It's like I don't get how there's like they're different countries, and those countries have like a mystical border around that have different gods in them. Like I don't really get it, and they haven't really explained it. But I also don't give a shit because it's so good and it kind of makes sense that whatever. But Assassin's Creed is it's a fucking mess. None of it makes sense, and it's mind-numbingly boring because it's the most basic shit. Because they're so scared to do a deeper story because they're like, oh, if we go any deeper, no one's gonna get it because our audience are fucking idiots.
God damn it!
I'm so sorry, Vince the Fox. Yeah. It's a final straw. Anyway,
I feel like we've ended our channels within the last hour of this podcast.
Look, I've been going that way for a while. I want to talk about anything but Assassin's Creed. It's like there's plenty of... Obviously, I love the Ezio games, and there's a lot of things I like about it, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, those are old stuff. Those are like from 10 years ago, bro. We've moved on. Anyway.
Yeah, what's up next? What we got?
Next topic from Damien. Woo! Not first, final.